Hello students, today we have got geography lecture. Today we'll be doing a new chapter. So in your geography textbook, go to page number 24. So on your page number 24, lesson number 4, and the name of the lesson is structure of ocean flow. Now you know what you mean by a ocean. Ocean means what? A big sea. Okay, it's known as a ocean. Ocean. So let us see the structure of an ocean flow. Now see, look at this figure. Okay, here this is above the water. This much part is above the water, and this much part is under the water. So let us study how this structure of ocean flow is. Okay, now see. Continents and oceans are the part of the lithosphere and hydrosphere. Now, what you mean by continents? Continents are what? A continent is a very large area of land, and you know some of the continents, which are some of your continents: Europe, Asia, Africa, North America, South America. These are your continents. So, what are continent? A continent is a very large area of a land. And ocean means a very big sea, is called the ocean, are part of the lithosphere. Now what do you mean by lithosphere? It is a strong or rigid outer part of the earth, that is called your lithosphere, and hydrosphere respectively. And hydrosphere means what? The total amount of water on the earth surface. So what the first point tell us? Continents and oceans are part of the lithosphere and hydrosphere respectively. So these continents and ocean are part of lithosphere, and it is a part of hydrosphere. Continents and ocean lie on plates. You know, plates means our earth. The outer covering of the earth has got a covering which is called as a plate. So continents and ocean lie on plates. During low tides, you know, in sea, when you see a sea or when you go to Aksa beach, what you can see tides. Sometimes there are low tides. The level of ocean water goes down and the land below the water near the coast is exposed. So when you have got very low tides, okay, you have got low tides and you have got high tides. In high tides, what happens? Sometimes the water comes, sea water comes out of the sea. But when the tides are very low, the level of ocean water goes down and the land below the water near the coast is exposed. Exposed means what? We can see. If you go to the sea when you have got tides, okay, when you have got a very high tides, sometimes the water comes out of the sea. But when the tides are very low, you can see the coast is exposed. Ships ride when they strike against the rocks in the ocean. So ships ride. Sometimes when you see a ship, okay, and what we have got in sea, we have got big rocks. Suppose um, if the ship does not see the rocks, so what happens? The ship can get sometimes cracked. Remember the movie which you have seen, the movie Titanic, how the ship got cracked, but that was the ice cubes. Okay, the ship had got cracked to the ice cubes. So similar, we have got rocks, but sometimes if the driver of the ship never sees the rock the ship can get cracked. If the above points are correct, then select the most appropriate options from the following. The surface of the earth is occupied by land and water. So where we are staying, we all stay on the surface of the earth, and our earth is occupied by land and water. There is land below the ocean too. So some there is a land below the ocean too, ocean or the sea here. Below the ocean, you'll see. We will do all this labeling in detail. See, this is your ocean. So and under the sea, you have got land also. Okay. Even if the water below the ocean, there is land below the ocean too. Even if the land water has the same level, the land submerged is not even. Submerged means was the part of the land which is underwater, that is called submerged, and the land is not the same. It is uneven. Sometimes slopes are there, sometimes deep slopes are there. The level of water and the land is uneven. So the level of water and the land is uneven. Uneven means what? It is not the same. The level of the water is not same. Look at this diagram. See here. The level of water never be the same. Okay. Now, geographical explanation now. We know that the proportion of water and land is uneven on the earth. So we know the proportion of water and land is not the same. It is uneven. Around 71% of the surface is covered by water. So 71% of the surface of the earth is covered by water. But there is land even below this water. But like water, it is not the same level. So the land is not the same, like the same as the water. We classify the various landforms on the earth on the basis of altitude. So what you mean by on the basis of altitude? So what is altitude? See, on the basis of altitude. Altitude, a place that is high above the sea level. That is called an altitude. Altitude means what? A place that is high above sea level. A similar classification can be done for landforms submerged under the water. See, this much part is under the water. That is called submerged part. Now, can you think now? Let us see what is given over here now. Can you think? Okay. Now, now see first thing. Try to name the landform shown in the figure 4.1. Now see, try to name the landform shown in the figure 4.1. So we have to name this. Now see here, we have to name the landforms. Now, for example, what is this? This is your mountain. Okay, so this much portion is called your mountain. So what is this? Mountain. Okay. Then what is this portion is called? This portion is called as your plateau. So what is a plateau? Plateau is a large area of a flat land. See, this land is very flat. So it is called as your plateau. Then what is this? This is called your coast. Okay. Which is a little, see, it is in the slope. It's called your coast. Then what you have got? We have got over here sea level. See here, this is your sea level. From here, all is your sea level. Then over here, what we have got over here? We have got continental slope. You will study what is continental slope. This part is called your con after continental. No, see here. This is a sea level. This much part. This part is called your continental shelf. Sorry, students over here. This is called your continental shelf. This part is called your continental slope. This part is called your submarine plateau. Okay, why it is called submarine plateau? Because it is under the water. So it is called your submarine plateau. Then this part is called your island. Okay, this is your island. Island means what? A part of land which is surrounded by water. So this is your island, and here we have got a marine deep. Marine means what? Which is again under the water. And say this is deep. It's very deep. So let us name this landforms again. This is your mountain. This is your plateau. This is your coast. Then here you have got sea level. You have got continental shelf. This is a continental slope. This is called your submarine plateau. This part is called your island, and this is your marine deep. Okay, so we have answered the first question. Try to name the landform shown in the figure 4.1. Now, second question. What parameters were used for classifying the landforms on the earth? So, what parameters means what method was used? To the next question. What parameters were used for classifying the landforms on the earth? So, what parameter was used? It's your altitude. and the shape of the land. So what is used? Altitude. Okay, and the shape of the land were the parameters used for classifying the landforms on the earth. Next question. What parameters were used for naming the landforms below water? So below water, what method was used? Now that is what? Depth from the sea floor and the shape of the land. So what was used? Depth. Depth from the sea floor. This is your sea level or sea floor. Depth from the sea floor and the shape of the land were the parameters used for naming the landforms. Okay. So we have discussed these questions over here. Can you tell? Now look at this now. Geographical explanation now. The relief of ocean flow. Okay. Land submerged below oceanic water is called the ocean floor. Now, what is ocean floor? The land which is submerged under or below the oceanic water is called the ocean floor. The relief of ocean, the relief of ocean floor is decided upon the depth from the sea floor and the shape of the land there. Now the relief of the ocean floor, it is decided by the depth, how deep the sea is. The average depth of the ocean is around 3,700 meters. The ocean bed is also uneven. I told you what you mean by uneven. Uneven means which is not the same like the land on the continents. The ocean floor, here again here they have shown you one more diagram, the ocean reliefs here. Again, this is full diagram of your ocean relief. We have got continents, coast, continental shelf, continental slope, marine land. This is what is all your ocean relief. Consists of submerged landform. So ocean relief, it consists of submerged landform which is under the sea. The structure of the ocean floor differs from ocean to ocean. So it is not the same. It keeps on, it is different in all the oceans. We will look at the sequence of landforms and the details of major landforms on the ocean floor. As we go away from the coast, the structure of the ocean floor changes. See here, look at this figure. Look at the figure 4.2. What it says, as we go away from the coast. See, this is your coast. As we go away from the coast, what happened? The structure of the ocean floor changes. So the structure, this whole structure of the ocean floor keeps on changing. Okay, students, so hope so. You have understood the basic, what you mean by the structure of the ocean floor. This is the full structure of the ocean floor, what we'll be studying. I hope so you have understood the concept of ocean floor. Tomorrow, again, we have got geography lecture. We will start from continental shelf. Okay, students, thank you.